Our first question comes from Mystery77. Hello, Lone Wolf. I see that you are an avid Kung Fu movie watcher. My understanding is that you yourself have studied martial arts. This is true. I also have studied martial arts my whole life, and I find Kung Fu movies to be cheesy. Boo! I don't think that Chinese Kung Fu can be used in a real fight effectively. Thoughts? Okay, so, thanks for the question, Mystery77. We appreciate it. Although we may disagree on the question, we appreciate the conversation. So thank you for taking the time to send in the question. We appreciate that. First of all, I think we have to make sure that we understand that there's a difference between movies and real life application, right? When we're talking about fighting, right? So what you're essentially seeing are two things in a Kung Fu movie. You're seeing stunt acting or stunt choreography, and you're seeing forms, right? You're seeing forms, right? A form is basically a demonstration, right? Not to be used in a real life application of fighting. So there's the difference. It's kind of like when you see in a movies like, say, Lethal Weapon, and you see Mel Gibson's character with a gun and he's rolling on the floor as he's shooting, right? That's a movie. That's not a real life application. In a real life application, I doubt that someone could do that on the fly because the rolling throws off your aim unless you're a really skilled shooter or whatever. It's just not real. So movies, fake, right? Real world application, totally different. So there's that. But I call bullshit on you. If you study martial arts, you would know that all of them have their strengths and their weaknesses that can be exposed in a real fight, right? Different styles, different boxers, different performers make for different outcomes, right? I've seen a skinny guy beat a buff guy. I've seen a short guy beat a tall guy and vice versa. I've seen a fat guy beat a skinny guy, or a fat guy beat someone who was really fit. It's really all about the application, right? And I've seen a judo fighter beat a taekwondo fighter, right? One requires close quarters, one you can fight from a distance, right? It has nothing to do with the style. It has a lot more to do with the circumstance, the skill of the fighter, and timing and precision. So if you really studied martial arts and you really understood that there's nuance to the way in which people fight. So I don't accept your premise. So there's that. By the way, if you think that Chinese Kung Fu and Wushu and Shaolin martial arts are fake or cheesy or can't be used in a real fight, I want you to tell that to Donnie Yen or Jet Li or Bruce Lee, rest in peace. And the countless others will probably kick me and your ass in a real fight. So stop it. Lastly, some old school Kung Fu movies are cheesy, but they can be enjoyable. Movies are subjective, right? I know some people who think that The Empire Strikes Back is the greatest Star Wars movie or the greatest movie of all time. I would disagree with them. For me, what I consider to be one of the greatest movies of all time is Aliens, the second movie in the franchise, Aliens with an S. So it's really, really more about opinion. So I respect your opinion as to whether or not they're cheesy. My question to you, and I'm not suggesting that you stop being a member of this channel because we welcome everyone, but you're a subscriber to this channel. This is what we love, which is cheesy martial arts, cheesy Kung Fu movies. So give it a chance, man. Give it a chance. Not all movies are the same. Some of the 70s iterations of movies can be cheesy. However, some of the newer stuff is fantastic. How could you say The Raid is cheesy? Now, maybe you're saying Chinese Kung Fu is cheesy with some of the animal styles. I mean, I don't know exactly. I'd have to talk to you more. But martial arts in general, movies can be cheesy. There are ninja movies, Japanese iterations that also are cheesy. I know some Filipino movies and some African martial arts movies that also are very cheesy. It's all subjective. At the end of the day, we're all lovers of martial arts, so we just do the best we can and enjoy them. And for those that don't agree with us, let them enjoy what they love. I am a firm believer in not yucking on someone else's yum. But again, we appreciate the question. So again, martial arts is subjective. Movies are subjective. Let everyone enjoy what they want to enjoy. But we appreciate the question again. So let's move on to the next question. Let's go.